Hello, my name is Sian Marin. I'm a fascial maneuvers coach, a body worker, and I do energy work with people, and I help people feel more safe and learn to trust and accept their body. So I've had a few requests for some ways to connect with the body for people who have experienced sexual trauma. So sexual trauma is extremely common in women. I don't know many women who haven't got at least one story where there's been some kind of intrusion or crossing of boundaries in a sexual way, and that can lead our body to brace for sure, and also dysregulate. So what we want to do is very kindly and very compassionately come into the body. Some people, for example, a few years ago I couldn't even touch this kind of part of my body. I found it really uncomfortable to connect with myself. So this is the intention for this practice today, is to reconnect with different parts of our body and to really focus on the safety aspects. I want you to bring both of your hands. So we're actually going to do a bladder release, but I just want you to place your hands here first. I want you to close your eyes if you feel comfortable to do so, and I want you to take some breaths in through the mouth, sending your energy and awareness to where your hands are connected to your body. And I just want you to notice how it feels for your hands to be here. If there is any panic or if there's any sensation that is uncomfortable, welcome it. If you need or want to take your hands off and then come back in gently, that's exactly as it's meant to be. But if you can be here, I like to say, hello body. Thank you for everything that you've done for me. We are building safety. We are safe now. So now I want you to take both hands, and it's easier, I find, if you have your palms up. I found it loads easier with both hands just because of the grip on my body. And I want you to come to just above the pubic bone. This does not have to be intense, but whatever level of pressure feels right for you in this moment. And I want you to pull the skin up here. You can pull apart if it's available to you, but you want to keep the tension here. This is pinned, and then it's sometimes easier if you bring your shoulders back. I want you to squeeze your glutes, and then we're going to breathe together 6 times through the mouth and move around slowly, just leaning into any tension points gently. So in through the mouth, 2, 3, 3 more, and I just want you to notice any subtle sensations. How does it feel to be here? Is there anything that wants to be felt? Knowing that you are safe in this moment. I like to say the bladder often holds a lot of our fear. I like to say, thank you, fear, for trying to keep me safe. And when we experience things in our body that feels like an attack or an intrusion or a boundary is crossed, it is normal for the body to brace to protect itself. And sometimes we end up in these brace patterns over a long period of time. So I like to say, thank you, fear, for showing me where my boundaries have been crossed. We do not need to hold this in our body any longer. And release. Go for a little walk. Just notice any kind of sensations. Is there any quickness? Is it more slow? Is there a color, a texture? Maybe there's tingling, maybe it's flat, maybe there's nothing at all, and all is well. That is okay. Now we're going to do a psoas release. So the psoas is a muscle that goes all the way up here. I find with clients that when people have experienced sexual trauma or things that have happened where their body has not felt safe, often the psoas can get locked in a brace position. So the psoas release is a really powerful way to kind of come into the sacral area and to help move some of this energy around. One of the things that I also really like to do, in fact, let's do it together before, I like to place my hands, it could be on your hips, whatever feels most safe and comfortable for you. It could be down in this area, in the womb area, and I just want you to make figure of 8. So a figure of 8 goes like this. And for years and years and years, I couldn't even move my hips in these directions because they were that locked. If you are in that camp, just do what you can, or just flow with me. So I want you to go figure of 8 to the left, really slowly. Close your eyes, really lean into the sensations of how free your hips feel without judgment and curiosity. And I want you to breathe through the mouth. I like to say thank you, body, for everything that you do for me. I see you for all that you have endured. And then I want you to go the other way if it's available to you. For me, this is always the harder side for whatever reason. We accept and love our body exactly as it is, knowing that everything can shift, but that the body is always working for us. So figure of 8, you can make more of a hips, you can lean into the legs. Nice. I find it a nice kind of precursor to doing the psoas release. So psoas, I want you to bring both of your hands like we did for the bladder, but we're going to bring it to the left hand side of the hip. And it's just so my hip bone's here, it's inside, and I want you to pull the skin up here, pin in place. And with this same leg that you have pinned, you can also step forward with the right leg. Try that. I like to step back with the same leg. So this left leg is going back. I want you to lean back, so you should have a really strong tension point here. It's okay if it's comfortable, if it feels a bit like burning, that's exactly as it's meant to be. It's the fascia coming apart and releasing. I want you to lean back, and we're going to breathe again through the mouth. We're keeping this pinned, and we're going to do 6 breaths, and I want you to lean into any kind of tension. So in through the mouth, lean back, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Whew. And release. Have a little wander around. Notice whether your left side feels different to your right side. For me, kind of feels further up now. I've had some cracks in my ankles and in my hips. I can feel a little bit of stuff kind of moving around, like up my glute. It means things are moving. We just want to welcome any kind of sensation. If you have no sensation, all is well. This takes time to build the safety, but we're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. So this time, hands come to the inside of the hip on the right. We pull up on the skin, we pin in place. So it's really important that we pin in place, because when we pin and then we move and breathe, it means that everything around this area has to move. So we pull up, we pin, we step back with that same leg, or we step forward with that left leg. We lean back again through. Sometimes it's easier if you bring your shoulders back as well. We're going to lean in. You can move and experiment with how it feels for the head. We work with counter rotation in fascial maneuvers. So if my body's coming around to the right, I like the head to come around to the left to increase the pressure. So once we're here, again, 6 through the mouth. Nice and strong. 2, 3, 3 more. Leaning into tension, but really listening to the body. Does it want to go further? Does it feel safe to? We do not want to override. And release. Have a walk around. I like to end any kind of these maneuvers with my hands on my body somewhere. If it feels good to be down in the womb area, 1 hand here, 1 on the heart, and let's just take some breaths with intention to connect with these parts of ourselves. When things happen which make us feel unsafe, often we can close our heart off. We can get into the pattern of not trusting people, of not opening up because of that pain. And that pain is often held in the body, it's in the brace patterns, it's in the way that we protect ourselves. So I like to connect with the heart with all of these kinds of exercises, knowing that the heart knows the way, but it takes time to build the safety for the body to release what it's holding, in the same way to connect into more and more into the heart and opening up. So one hand on the heart, one hand on the womb or the sacral, in whatever way that feels good. You can be here, you can be here, just whatever feels safe for you and whatever feels the most impactful. And we're going to take 3 breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. I just want you to focus on where you can feel your hands connected to your body. For me personally, I was extremely disconnected from my body for like 32 years. I'm 35 now, and it took time for me to be able to even touch my body with any, like, without not being very, very uncomfortable. So just know, wherever you're up to, you don't have to be touching your body, but if you can, it's okay to notice the discomfort. That's one of the things that I noticed in the beginning. Is like, wow, like I feel very, very uncomfortable. I'm having this reaction in my body, even to myself touching me, and that's okay. It's okay to meet ourselves where we are, but just know with absolute certainty, when we reconnect with ourselves and we build safety in our body, everything changes. So let's close your eyes if you feel comfortable to do so, and just focus on any sensations that are swirling, focusing on the pressure of our hands connected to our body, as a reminder that our body is always working for us, that our body is our home in this lifetime, and that when we can make conscious efforts to connect with our body, including its experiences and the memories that it holds, that we free ourselves from past pain. So in through the nose, out through the mouth, allowing any kind of noise to come through. You can see I'm having a release. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I like to say I am safe in my body. Out through the mouth. Let's go 3 more here. In through the nose, allowing what wants to be heard, felt to come. 2 more. I am safe in my body. And open. Actually really took me by surprise. I feel so emotional. Thank you, body. It is so interesting that when I come to film this, that is the moment that my body chooses that it's safe enough. And I think there is something there about sharing and knowing that it's okay to have felt things in our body, but to know that it can change. The one thing that fascial maneuvers and spinal energetics has gifted me is the opportunity to reconnect with my body. And as I've been more connected to my body, my life has changed immeasurably. You know, I can sit with myself, I can feel emotions that felt way too big to even consider feeling before. And regardless of where you are in your experience and how your body's feeling, I just want you to know that everything is possible. Thank you for joining me. I would love to know how you find these maneuvers, what you notice in your body, and just know that wherever you are up to, your body knows the way. We do not want to push and override the body's no, especially in these circumstances when we're talking about sexual trauma or negative sexual experiences. We want to be compassionate with our body. So if something feels like too much, you can take the hands off, you can go for a walk, and you can come back to it when it feels right too.